That one.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, we'll start player media availability here with Joe Milton and Omari Thomas. Please raise your hand. I'll call on you for questions. David, we'll start with you.
Joe, you said during the offseason you slimmed down. You said you wanted to be faster in case you had a run like the Pitt game a couple of years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you feel faster on this run?
I did. Kind of. That tire kind of blew out at the 20, but I had to pick up the. Sometimes we could ride on a spare tire, so it was good. It was good.
Karthik?
Joe, when did you find out that you had done the longest rushing touchdown for a quarterback in Vols history, and what was your reaction when you found out?
You just. I just found out. Shoot, man, it's a blessing, but looking forward for the next one.
Brent?
Joe, how important was it for you guys offensively to maybe not score on the first play? I'm sure that wasn't the plan, but how important was it for you guys to get out of the gates fast and get kind of settled in and you create all the tempo?
That's been our motto since the season started. That's always been our motto since Coach Hyper got here. Just you want to start fast, so you can understand the flow of the game and understand the tempo that you guys can bring and what you guys can do and execute and how can you execute. So I feel like that's been a motto since Coach Hype got here, that he kind of led into towards us. So we always had that same energies to start fast and get things going, so we can find out the mojo of the team.
Joe, can you walk us through that awkward hit you took there towards the end of the first half, and did that bother you any kind of going into the third quarter?
Nah, I'm pretty good. You get banged up in football, but one of the guys had my leg, the other guys tackled me. That's part of football, but body-wise, I feel great. It did at first, but when I got up and I moved my leg, I was fine.
Caleb, and then we'll go to Adam.
Joe, the TV broadcast said you had watched Cam Newton highlights. Is that true? And then what do you want to emulate from his game into yours?
Man, I was just got done talking about that. I watch his highlights, pretty much every 2 days. Also, that was one of the tests that my coach, Coach Mitch, brought upon me this week. Was just go home and just go watch some guys run the ball a little bit. So on that run that I had, the long one, I was about to pull one of his moves and just jump from the 5, but I in my head I just heard Coach Hype say, "Don't do it." So I didn't do it. So, but it's great, just seeing other guys operate and see how they operate, and starting to implement it to your game.
Adam?
Omari, how do you guys enjoy success of this win and not be satisfied? How do you balance those two?
We really just come in. We understand that winning is hard, no matter who you play. So when you get a win, it's always good to get a win. You got to celebrate your win as a team. But at the end of the day, you got to know that we already flipped the page. We on to the next game already. So it's just you can't get satisfied. You can't be complacent. And you just really got to be able to come in ready to work every day to get better. So we'll celebrate this win as a team. We'll be happy for it, but it's time to flip the page already.
Go Patrick, Mike, and then Reese.
Joe, with Dylan Sampson, he obviously probably would have been disappointed not to play last week. For him to bounce back and kind of stay the same and have a big game today, what does that say about him?
It says a lot. He's mature for his age. He's probably only 19. It's just being mature for your age. Like, he the type of guy that can give me energy on the sideline or Friday or Thursday, whatever day it is. He the type of guy that can give you energy no matter what, no matter how young he is. He's part of the leadership counselor group, so that shows the maturity in him and what his parents and his family did for him to help him grow up to become a man early.
Mike?
Joe, what are the things through 4 games you feel like you're doing best in the passing game, and what are those things that are still out there for establishing consistency that avoids those balls?
The main goal is to give your all for Tennessee. I give my all for Tennessee no matter what game it is. Just the whole purpose of connecting in the pass game, just being able to connect. I feel like there's still more out there for us to do, but that's why we practice every day. We go back and watch film and learn from it and understand what we're doing as an offense and how can we help it and how can we connect and stay on the same page.
Reese?
Big O, I saw you with your cousin after the game. Do your cousins normally come to the game, and what does it mean that they were there to support you?
It means a lot. The cousin that was at the game, actually, they usually don't come. They stay in Georgia. So they usually don't come to a lot of games, like, because they be having stuff to do as well. But it was good just to be able to see them, see my little cousin, man. You know, I don't really get to see him that much, but to see him getting big and stuff, it's good. And it's just happy just be able to see my family, honestly.
We'll go Brent, Wes, and then Austin.
Joe, obviously you got off to a great start. How do you avoid, how does the offense avoid that lull that occurred? I think you went 1 for 9 or 1 for 10. How do you avoid that? And Omari, for you guys, how do you avoid a letdown? Because you guys obviously didn't play in the third quarter the way you played in the first half.
I feel like it starts with not being complacent. You know, I always have this analogy. You know, you give another man, you take another man's heart, and you know, you play around with him, and you look at it, and now he has a new heart. He's gonna breathe. So as an offense, you have to understand, no matter what, just keep your foot on their throat and finish it. You got to finish. You got to cut off the air supply.
As far as defense, I really feel like, you know, like Joe said, you know, we come in, that's what we preached the whole time. We were saying, like, step on their necks, keep your foot there, and I feel like we lit up off of that. I feel like it has to continue to be no drop off. Like, it can't be any drop off when we have subs and things like that. So it just allows us to go back, watch the film, and really just keep practicing.
Wes, and then Austin.
Question for both guys. Obviously, you never want to lose a game, but I guess you go different ways after you lose them sometimes. What did y'all learn about yourselves in this team this past week?
No matter what, you just got to stay together. I feel like through teams around the country, and there's a lot of things going on in the world. You know, we all have different mindsets. We all have different things we have interest in as a person. You know, not everybody. We all came from different families, but at the same time, it's about how bad do you really want it? How bad do you want to stay together? How bad that sweat and tears that you put in the summer? How bad do you really want it to pay off? That's how you look at it.
I really think that, honestly, I feel like the team just learning. I feel like we showed a lot of maturity, just the way we approached this week. Guys, you know, it wasn't too much talking, but you could tell how much guys really care about what we're going to do as a team and what we needed to do to get back out here and win this football game today. So I really feel like I really saw how dedicated our teammate is to winning and to being the best on the field, the best team on the field every Saturday.
Austin.
Big O, what's Tyler Barron doing really well for this football team right now? I think he's at 4 sacks through 4 games. Just continues to get pressure. And then what have you seen of a guy like David Hobbs, who's getting more and more run on the D-line?
It's what Tyler does off the field. Tyler's a leader. Tyler, he treats every day like a pro. He's always watching extra film. He's always coaching up guys when we have practice. So it's good just to see Tyler continuing to grow and always doing the things. And I'm always saying things carry on to the field, what you do off the field. So he's living right off the field, doing what he's supposed to do, and that's carrying on to the field for him. And he's playing great for us this season. And he's just going to continue to grow because of the way he approaches it. And as far as David Hobbs and other young guys, you know, they come in every day ready to work. They understand that they're not going to be perfect, and that's the best thing that they could probably do because nobody is perfect. But they come in trying to be better. They try to work hard. They ask questions. They ask Coach G questions. They ask players questions. So it's good, and it just shows, like I said, it shows how much they care about just being out there and being on the team and wanting to be able to get more reps.
Can I say something about the young guys? I just want to give a big shout out to the young guys. You know, offensive scout team and defensive scout team. You know, they approached the week this week. I made a little group chat for them. You know, just keep playing hard. You know, because never when your opportunities show up, you know, you don't want to be shy of that moment. I was that way my freshman year when I first had my opportunity, but since I was on the scout team and Don Brown told me to just go play football, you know, that's the same thing I told these scout team guys, just go play. You know, talk trash to them, you know, because the competitive composure is what our team needed, and you know they went hard this last week, and it led up and it showed tonight. You know how hard guys fought. So shout out to the scout team and all the coaches that took control of that.
Al, did you have one?
Yeah, about how much does the effective run game impact the passing game?
I mean, it correlates with each other. You know, they kind of piggyback off each other. If you got a big run, everybody on the defense got to flow to that ball. And now that means the corners that came from outside in have to go inside out, and now they have to go cover and get back over top. So, yeah.
And you can have the last one.
Omari, how would you assess the running game after the Florida performance last week and also cleaning up the missed tackles?
Yeah, we came in. We just really focused on that. We pride ourselves on being a defense that we don't allow teams to run the ball on us. And last week, that was what happened. So, we approached this week just getting back our edge. That's what we, as a D-line, as a defense, we just want to play with an edge. And I feel like when we come out and play with an edge, it's hard for teams to mess with us, honestly. Just everyone who we are, just the leadership we have on our team and different things like that. So just as far as being in the run game, we pride ourselves on don't allowing teams to run the ball on us, and we took great effort and, we really focused on that this week. And as far as drills, extra film, we made sure that, nobody is running the ball on us, and we want to just continue to grow in that because that's what we pride ourselves on as a defense.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Mark. We have another group coming right here.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Scout team trash talk.
Yeah, man.
We should have mocked them up.
Gotta get them going, man. You need them. Everybody counts.